Now, we've talked about doing password cracking if you've got a list of passwords. What we're going to do now is go about password cracking in a slightly different way. It's not password cracking in the sense of you've got a hash and you're trying to guess the password from the hash. In this sense, what we're going to be doing is just blasting a lot of passwords at a service. So we're going to use Hydra for this. I'm going to say Hydra minus L, and we're going to use MSF admin as the username. I happen to know that's the username that works. We're going to use a password file, so we're going to say uppercase P. We're going to use rocku.txt as our password file. Now, here, what we're going to do is we're going to specify the service that we are going to try to get in with. And you can see the supported services listed right here. In our case, we're going to try to use SSH, and we're going to target 192.168.86.68. If there were a port that were used that was different than the standard, in this case, the standard is 22, then you would specify the port in this way. So let's say somebody was using 2222 as their SSH port. You could say 2222 here is going to be the port. Now, the reason this is called Hydra, by the way, is it goes back to mythology. Hydra was a multi headed beast. This is multi headed in the sense that it can spawn multiple threads at the same time. We are going to try to attack this server using 16 tasks at a time. And apparently, there are that many login tries because that's the number of passwords that are in the password file. Now, if we didn't know the username, we could specify uppercase L and provide a different file with the usernames in it. So there may be a different file with usernames as compared to the passwords. Not surprisingly, you're probably going to use different words or characters in your password rather than your username. Hydra is one way of doing brute force attacks on services in order to try to get into them. Now, one of the challenges with doing this is that it's very noisy because this is going really fast. And you can see here, for example, it says almost 4,300 tries per minute. That's a lot of attempts going, and it's going to generate a lot of traffic to the host that you are going after, which could end up with alerts and so forth. So be very careful about using tools like Hydra if you're trying to brute force the password. Ideally, you'll get it done really quickly and get in before alerts start going off all over the place at the target. You can use a tool like Hydra to do some password cracking, and there are other tools that will do that. We'll take a look at another tool that will get you in doing the same sort of thing, and we'll do that coming up.